Hey there. Happy Saturday. First, let me give a disclaimer. This video is going to be very heartfelt, and it's not about bitterness. It's simply about setting boundaries for yourself, for myself. I was doing some introspection, some reflection the other night, and these things just came to me and I wanted to share them with you. So I took the liberty of writing down some notes as I go over this information and share it with you. And I'm sure that this information it's going to resonate with many of you because this is just the climate that we live in with respect to connections, relationships, friendships, situationships, and things. And then we're coming across things that no longer serve us anymore, and we're battling on what to do in such situations. So here's what I do know. If you've ever had to walk away from someone that you deeply cared for, even if there was no title to whatever that relationship or situationship was, no closure, which a lot of times we get in situations and there's no closure, no real apology, then this message is definitely for you. Like I said, it is heartfelt. So I know that it's going to resonate with many of you. Um, it's just really tough. You know, I know what it's like to give everything and feel like you're just simply getting nothing back in return. So if you're anything like me and you've just been giving and giving and giving to people only for them to like put their butt on a platter and have you kiss it, I understand. You get nothing in return. But today, I'm going to tell you why I made the decision to block certain people and how I just feel like it's simply the key to my healing. And you may want to follow suit after you hear what I have to say here today. So I blocked them because I finally chose me. A lot of times in these situations, that's what happens. We're putting everybody else first and we're not choosing ourselves. And then it just leaves us, it can leave you feeling empty. So, not the version of me that begged for crumbs, because we allow ourselves to get into situations and we allow people to breadcrumb us. They give us what they want to give us, little bits and pieces of them. They never give us the full course. They breadcrumb the heck out of us. And we get so hungry for that emotional and that mental nourishment from them. Any little piece of breadcrumb they give us, we're happy for it a lot of times. We have to come out of that. So, not the version of me that waited for text messages of validation from them. No more. The text messages that explain my worth to me like some type of a sales pitch. Not the version that hoped, one that they would see the light in me and treat me the way that I deserve to be treated. Mm-mm. I blocked them because I don't know if you know this or not. Silence, it speaks louder than any repeated conversation from me. Low key begging them for some confirmation, some admiration, some acknowledgement. Silence speaks very loud. Um, You just get tired of showing up for people and giving all your efforts, and they're just comfortable letting you do all of that. They're not even giving a second thought to reciprocating what you're giving. They're comfortable and letting you make all the efforts, letting you make all the phone calls first, you know, letting you make all the suggestions. You do all the reaching out, you do all the giving, they do all the taking. I also realized that being emotionally available to people who are not emotionally capable of giving back, or if they're emotionally absent, it's a slow death. It's simply a slow death, because how is that breathing life into you? How are they pouring life into you if they're emotionally unavailable? The two don't mix. Now look at it like this: they may not even care, they may not look back, but I'm not blocking them for a reaction. I'm blocking them to create room in my life for people who want to be there, for people who want to show up, and for people who want to give back to me. I also need that peace. I need that clarity in my life. And as long as I'm allowing these people to be in my space, just like you, as long as you're allowing them to be in your space, you're not going to get that. We need the real people to show up for us. So blocking, it's okay. And again, this was not about punishment. It was a declaration for me that I'm no longer available for one-sided um, friendships, connections, no false hopes, no kicking the can down the road, no future faking, no more of emotional manipulation. That's what it is. No more emotional manipulation disguised as friendship. Was that saying? With friends like that, we don't need enemies. That's so true. Um, I miss what I thought we had, because it was just an illusion. It was not real. I mourn what I wanted things to be. That's where the mourning comes from, and that's what you're missing, with the potential of what you wanted that to be or what it could have been. But today, you have to tell yourself, just like I'm telling myself, um, I'm not going to betray myself anymore. I'm not. We're just betraying ourselves when we continue to put other people before us who are not really for us. You know what I mean? We we're constantly trying to make a bond real, um, that was never really built on true mutual respect, and that's a no-no. I block them because I'm healing. And every time I am tempted to doubt my decision, I have to remind myself. And so do you. Every time, if you decide to block somebody because they're just not treating you right, it's not petty, but doubt will creep in. You start thinking to yourself, and I know because I've done it, well, maybe I reacted too fast. Maybe it was me. Maybe it wasn't really them. Maybe I didn't give them a chance like I should have. Maybe I was impatient. I don't think that they were breadcrumbing me. But you know, deep down in your heart, that's exactly what was going on. They were breadcrumbing the heck out of you, and you was just eating those little crumbs, looking for more. Okay, when we gonna get more? When you gonna give me some more of you? Only for that to never show up. So I have to say, they didn't lose me. In a sense, they did, but I look at it like this: they didn't lose me. I found myself. I'm putting myself first. So whatever that was going on, I woke up, I realized it, and I have zero tolerance for that now. So if you yourself are sitting in that silence and you are resonating with this message, what I'm sharing with you, and if you at any point are feeling like you don't matter or you didn't matter, that's not true. You matter. You do matter. I matter. I did matter. I do matter now, and I'm going to matter in the future. It is just a point of waking up and realizing that. And you also got to know that blocking somebody, it does not mean that you're petty. And if you do that, and people start to say, "Oh, you changed, or you different," they can call it whatever they want to. You know what it is. You know that they haven't been showing up for you in a proper way, in a way that you deserve. And so you decided to stand up and take charge and nurture yourself, put yourself first. Because when you continue down that path, um, it's just, like I said, it's just a slow death. So it just means that you finally realize that your peace is sacred. That's all. So just know that you're worthy of love and care and respect. Just basic needs, reciprocation. I don't know why some people make those things hard, but at the end of the day, those people are just not for you. If that's what's going on, they're just not for you. And once you get over that threshold and you realize that, then it makes life so much easier. So I just wanted to share that information because I just had to block them. I did. Um, you don't want to because that's not, it's not your nature. But some people force your hand, and you have to know how to do what's best for you. It is not easy. It's not always easy. But you just have to keep your mind occupied with other things. And again, all of that it is doing, you do that so that you can allow space for the people that's supposed to be in your life to come into your life. Because as long as we keep holding on to people that are not serving us, we're not making room for the right people to come in. And granted, I don't think it's going to happen overnight. People might not come in overnight, then they might. You just never know when you're going to run into somebody, when you're going to meet the next person. The thing at that point is to have your discernment sharpened, have your intuition sharpened. That way, you're not repeating this same cycle. You have to step into your power of who you are, know who you are, set your boundaries. That's another thing. When you're not setting boundaries, people will walk all over you. I seen this one quote. It said, if people are treating you like a doormat or like a mat, then be a mat full of needles or something like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. That way they'll know not to step on you anymore until you are strong enough to set boundaries. Some of us really have a problem with setting boundaries, with standing firm, or you set a boundary but you don't make people stick to them. The first time you let somebody disrespect your boundary or walk past your boundary, that's it, you done. Because now you got to go all the way back to the drawing board and try and get that little piece of respect that you had or that you were trying to accomplish from this individual or individuals, period. So when you set the boundaries, stand firm, because when I tell you I have stepped into a new power, I'm stepping into a new power. Many are not going to like it, but that's not my problem. That's another thing that I've learned. It's not your problem. If they don't like the boundaries that you set, then they're not for you anyway. But set those boundaries. Block those people who are not serving you. Don't look at them on social media. You know, sometimes curiosity killed the cat, because I'm guilty of that too. Still kind of monitoring what they're doing, like in the background, behind the scenes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Only thing that does is it just gives you more heartache to know that they're communicating and dealing with other people, but you block them, so who cares? Block them on everything. Keep them blocked. Don't deal with them. Leave space for new people and new adventures to come into your life. We are in 2025. This is the year of the 9, if you do any type of numerology, which means closure. Start closing doors to these situations that mean you no good. New ones will come. You just have to stay optimistic and just know and just be ready to embrace it when it comes. Anyway, I'm not going to hold you any longer. Thank you for listening to the video. I hope this has resonated with many of you. Give the video a thumbs up. I love to hear from you in the comments section. I love interacting with you guys there. So thank you to all of you who normally leave comments in the comments section. Give the video a thumbs up. It just helps YouTube's algorithm, last I know, to push my video content out so that it reaches other people. And thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. When you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Click all, so that way when I put out new videos, you get notified. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the comment section. Again, block them. I blocked them. I had to. I needed my peace of mind. So anyway, love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.